Hey all, today I want to talk about what is diet culture. And normally I do a bunch of notes to prepare for a video like this, but I just want to go over super basic, so I'm going to just kind of riff today and we'll see where it goes. So, what is diet culture? Basically, diet culture is the culture that we are surrounded with, which most people who are sort of inundated by it and living inside of it might not even notice. It is a culture in which diets are normal. Very simply, it's a culture in which weight loss, striving for weight loss, is completely normal. Everybody believes it's a good thing. It is pressured. We see it everywhere. If you read a magazine, it's going to talk about, how you can lose weight, because the assumption is everybody wants to lose weight. There's, tips and tricks on how to eat less, and any number of diet books and any number of diet possibilities that are on the internet. And people pay tons of money to try to lose weight using fitness and nutrition, and getting help and support in their weight loss journey it's everywhere. Because the assumption is losing weight is good. Everybody should lose weight. Pretty much, thinner is better. That's the basic idea. And so diet culture is the culture in which that is so normative, that is so everywhere, it's so common, that we don't even really stop and think about the fact that that is what we're being conditioned to believe. And we certainly don't stop and think about the fact that maybe that's not true. So when we're talking about diet culture, we're really talking about influences like, your mom who says, I'll just have a bite. I don't want to be bad today. Or, somebody who says, I'm trying to lose weight because my doctor says I got to get healthier. Or somebody who says, I hate my belly flat. I just want to lose 5 more pounds. And all of this is happening constantly without anyone ever really questioning or noticing or observing the fact that, wow, everybody is obsessed with their weight right now. That our culture has become inundated with the idea that weight loss is good, being thin is good, being fat is bad. It is not really acceptable to just live in a body anymore. We all must be striving to be thinner. That's the assumption, because that's the influence we see in every single direction. And it's kind of the thing of a fish can't notice that they're in water because water is everywhere. Most people aren't going to be able to notice that there's diet culture everywhere because it is everywhere. It is the default. It is the obvious thing. And so when we talk about diet culture, we're talking about every tiny influence that says you should lose weight, that losing weight is normal, losing weight is good, losing weight is something that everybody can and should do to get healthy. All of those messages about weight loss and dieting is part of diet culture. And we call it culture just because it's omnipresent at this point in our culture. It is so common that we hardly even are able to see and recognize it. But we name it so that we can see and recognize it, so that we can talk about its influence on people, so that we can really critique it and take it apart. Because diet culture leads to, unfortunately, so many mental health problems, so much stress, so many body image issues, so much body dysmorphia, and unfortunately, so many poor negative health outcomes for a lot of people, for so many reasons that I talk about in my work. So diet culture leads to poorer health and worse mental health and more stress and just everybody feeling terrible about themselves all the time. It doesn't work. Most people are unable to lose weight by dieting. 95% of diets fail. 50% of people who attempt to lose weight with a diet will gain back more than they started with, which means diets lead to weight gain for more than half of the population. It leads to shame. It leads to problems. It leads to any number of negative consequences, but we don't see it. And until we name it and we're able to really break it down like this, it will continue to go under the radar as invisible. That's why it's so important that we name it as diet culture and that we start to really unpack what that means, what that looks like, how that influences us, and the fact that it's not true. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to make more of these videos that are really breaking down basic concepts and terminology that I use in my work. I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. See you next time.